I learned a thing or two from Representative Bell, and I'm really glad that he was able to come by. Now, am I still good, Francis? Everybody here? Okay, it's sounding a little different for me for some reason. Anyway, I was trying to get fired up here, and I was talking about back in 2011, we the people did what we finally wound up doing by getting fired up, organized ourselves, and we have raised a bunch of money for the financing of the fight. And how exactly did we raise that money? Well, after considering and trying a number of different sorts of fundraisers, we developed three main types. First type was and still is, a more or less annual dinner auction event called We Stand United. What a name. The community really has been united. Rick and I were, for instance, at the very first one, standing outside helping park cars, and man, people were coming up who didn't have tickets, hoping they could pay cash money to get the dinner, if not go in to the auction. It was great to see so many people coming up being united against this landfill situation. Each one of the three that we have had, I think all cleared in excess of $100,000 apiece. Keep in mind, all this stuff is donations. Donations of the merchandise that's auctioned, donations of the services, donations of the work to put it on, all volunteer. And I'm going to repeat this several times. Don't forget, we are a 501c3 organization. So your donations are tax deductible. Straightforward donations. There have been donations, yes, of items, such as through the garage sales for the auction, donations of time, your time spent getting ready for one thing and another, preparing it, carrying it out, your donations of work, a lot of work gone on into the garage sales. There have also been outright monetary donations. Thank you to all donors, donors of goods, donors of merchandise, of time, of labor, and yes, of your money. Did I mention that we are a 501c3 organization? Yes, I did, and I will again. Then finally, a major fundraiser that we have had, a major type of fundraiser, is the famous garage sales. What a crazy sort of idea. What a crazy idea. We can't raise any serious money from a garage sale, can we? But we stepped out in faith and hope, and we tried it. Lo and behold, 4 years later, thanks to you, thanks to our donors, thanks to our volunteers, and thanks to our customers, we had raised about $750,000. $750,000, people. Serious money. Thank you all. Especially thank you to Trey and Mary Beth Schwartz for making the store space in Schwartz Closet available for all that time. Without your support, Trey and Mary Beth, it couldn't have happened. And incidentally, they were right in there working too. And special recognition about garage sales, and thanks go mine for sure, go to the lady who first proposed this crazy garage sale idea, Diana Tatum. Thank you, Diana, bless your heart, for coming up with the idea and for selling us on it. Now, these garage sales have been a dependable income stream. A couple of years in, I suppose, we hit a $10,000 sale. Just unreal. Couldn't believe it. But most months ever since that hump was gotten over, thanks to our customers, more often than not, we've had $10,000 a month sales. not necessarily the sales of the taxable items, but total take, donations, baked goods, all of it, $10,000. We could kind of get where we counted on them. Thanks to those donations of the items and the consistent purchases by our customers, it turned out to be a steady and dependable income stream for CAL as an organization. Now that regularity of the income allowed our officers to efficiently schedule our landfill fighting activities. Rick talked about the lawyers. We could tell them, we're good to take on maybe this kind of a project. Or, well, hang on, is something else going to come up that we might be more efficient at and that we can pay for that then? We were able to direct our activities and manage paying our bills based on the dependable income stream. It will be a huge advantage if we can find a way to replace that dependable revenue stream in a dependable way. Okay. Anyway, between all three of our major fundraising activities, people, stand up and give yourselves a hand. Waller County and Hempstead have raised so far essentially $2 million. Can you believe it? Fantastic. Who would have thought it? A lot of y'all remember the late singer John Denver, Rocky Mountain High, Calypso and all of that. What would old John have said? He would say, far out. Far out. You can be proud of yourselves, Hempstead and Waller County. Now then, where did the money go? Well, as a volunteer organization with essentially no overhead, most all of it went directly into the battle. Lawyers, you love them, you hate them, but you can't hardly do without them, especially in a situation like this. We've had a great team of lawyers. Many of you remember, for instance, we had the big court case in December 2014. Blair Pena, one of our attorneys, came and did a really nice, thorough presentation. You remember the little black-headed lady about yay tall? Great lawyer. She really gives them heck. Rest of the money basically went for consultants, mostly engineering type folks who were getting ready for what was going to be the big contested case hearing of the Pintail 1 application before God opened his hand in the spring of 2015 and let the rains come down after the drought of 2011. And like Representative Bell was talking about a while ago, it hit that sandy soil in this area. The water table rose, and pretty soon when July came and Rick and the other folks were able finally to get on site and read the piezometers, the thing had gone artesian, and that killed that application right there. So anyway, we never got the contested case hearing, but we were ready for it, and that cost us something. Now, what did that money get for us? More importantly, what it got, it got us a victory in the Waller County court case in 2014. It got not one, but two almost unheard of things happening. Pintail 1 application was returned. That's the 2011 application. It got returned in 2015. And the Pintail 2 application from last summer got returned last December. So our and your efforts have been fairly successful so far. There is no Pintail landfill. Now I'm going to skip back and talk about garage sales just a tad more. In case you hadn't heard, our last garage sale was in January this year, last month. In terms that might be used in a Sunday school class discussion, doors sometimes are opened and doors sometimes become closed. Sometimes the way is clear, sometimes the way is not clear. The garage sale fundraiser has run its course, and thank you for everyone who contributed in any way, donating, purchasing, working at the garage sales. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, from us as an organization. Thank you so much, because all of us working together have indeed been united in this cause. But unfortunately, since the battle is not over, as Rick mentioned earlier, financial needs will continue. We're just not so sure about just when we're going to need them or in what amounts. Rick mentioned the court cases that are pending or are expected. There is no way to predict the schedule. Okay, the garage sale program did have those advantages of the dependable income stream, and I knew I had a duplicated slide in here somewhere. Anyway, duplicated income stream was very helpful. Now, what are we going to replace that dependable income stream with? We'll come up with an idea for a monthly pledge program. Obviously voluntary, like everything else associated with the Citizens Against the Landfill. Just like most of us schedule our monthly expenses, car payments, utility bill payments, house payments, church ties and contributions and other things, we will try a monthly pledge program. Besides this program, besides the pledge program, we will, as an organization, do whatever it takes to raise the money that we need to continue the fight whenever we need to raise it. We Stand United, or other fundraisers that y'all may think of and come up with, we'll do whatever it takes. We've tried some things a few times, didn't go so great. We settled on the three things I talked about. But for right now, we hope this monthly pledge program will replace the garage sale revenues as regular and dependable. Oh, one more time. Did I mention a while ago that CAL is a 501c3 organization? You get to take your donations to CAL off on your income taxes. Deductible. Did I just go one? Oops. Aha. Okay. What you see up here is the snapshot of the front page of a pledge form that we've developed and hope that folks will use. Where's Joanne McKay? Joanne, you around? Right here. Okay, take a look at Joanne back here. She's got in her hand a handful of, she's in the left-hand corner in the back, a handful of the printed paper copies of our little pledge form. Now, grab one on the way out if you're moved to become a pledging person. Decide what you can pledge comfortably each month. Fill in there's a place to fill in your name, address. We will need, and I'll tell you in just a minute why we need it. We will need your email address and a phone number. And the reason for that is so that we can get in touch with you if we need to. Why do we need to get in touch with you? Well, this may sound funny, but we really don't want your money. I repeat, we really don't want your money. What we want is for the landfill to go away. But we need your money to make that happen. If we get collected up a pad of bank revenues in the bank, we get a little pad that would cover the anticipated expenses, what we can foresee coming, we'll use your email address and tell you, okay, we're good for the moment, stop sending money. Is that a deal or what? Yes, we'll. On the other hand, if and when the situation might change after that, suppose things come back and there's a big fight in Waller County or something, or whatever might happen, or the thing gets to a contested case hearing and we got to hire our consultant engineers again, so be it. We'll contact you again and let you start back up. We got a big need coming up, so please resume your pledges. Thank you. Now, on the back side of that form, we set down a number of ways that you can make the monetary transfer. A nice simple one is, pardon me, write a check. All the information is there. In this electronic age, that passed me up, but on the back there are some other ways that you can make those contributions. PayPal, automatic bill pay. The bill pay item, the last one shown right here, after these printed copies were made up, the ones Joanne has in her hand, somebody was going through and trying these things out, I guess, and discovered that on this bill pay one, you need to have the donor's phone number. So starting tomorrow, you can find the final version with that phone number under this bill pay thing on the Facebook page or on our website. I'm sorry we didn't pick up on that in the first place. Now, back in 2011, a lot of folks weren't all that excited about jumping on board this landfill fighting train. It's a done deal, they said. You can't win, they said. But we the people believed. We believed, yes, we can win. We got the law on our side. We got the facts on our side. We can win. And we did fight. And there's no landfill yet. There's 2 applications have been sent back. And yes, we will fight on. And though there's no landfill, and we intend to keep it that way. But the fight's not over. You know, what can you do now? It's a practical matter. Number 1, continue your financial support to CAL for our part of the battle. There's some money. Something that's not money. Second, encourage your Waller County officials. They passed an ordinance, kind of under duress, political pressure, but it was passed in August on the 26th of 2011. That's the ordinance that's in effect for the county. Encourage your Waller County officials, the current Commissioner's Court and the county judge, encourage them to hold fast. Encourage our City of Hempstead officials. They passed that ordinance Rick was talking about in 2015. The one Pinto says, oh, we had an application in there, so it can't count. Encourage them to hold fast and continue the battle as it may come to them. Then we need to finish the battle. Do you believe? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I believe. Will you fight with us? Not against it. Will you fight with us? Yes. Thank you. Join us. Yes. Support us, especially financially. Thank you. Especially financially. Remember, we stand together. We stand united. Nobody is as strong as all of us together. Thank you very much. I'll try to calm myself down a little bit. Rick, where are you? Y'all are kind. Y'all are kind. Huh? Oh, no. We will now have something of a question and answer period. Oh, we made it 8 o'clock. Hey! Let's do 5 minutes of question and answer if anybody has any answers, and if we have any. If you got questions, if we got answers. Questions? Rick, you did a wonderful job tonight. I don't see any questions.